Hey guys, welcome back out to Harvest Hills Ranch. You know, today's another day in the office for me behind the desk. Actually, I'm in Leah's office today working. And point being is I'm behind the desk when this often happens, whether I'm seeing patients, talking to professionals, or doing business work for the farm. You know, I have to spend time here, and many of you are in the same boat. Now, one of the problems with being behind these desks is that they naturally take their toll on our body, and we tend to lean over and close the front portion of our body. So I'm guilty of this just like you are. Even though I take precautions to guard against this, it still inherently happens. So what I'm going to share with you today are things that you can do. Actually, I'm going to show you 3 things you can do in just a few minutes that will begin to undo the negative effects that these computers and these sitting at these desks for long hours has a tendency to do to our bodies. Hi everyone, Dr. Arland Hill, and I have a passion for all things nutrition, health, and wellness related. And sitting at the desk, as we all seem to have to do more and more of, can definitely take its toll on the body. I thought what I would do is, since this is unavoidable and computers aren't going anywhere, we're going to be behind these desks, I wanted to share with you 3 exercises that I often incorporate in that help me recover from my time spent at the desk so that it's not taking its toll on my body. I've got 3 that I'm going to share with you here, and I'm going to jump down on the mat and show you the first one, which is going to start out in the upper back. Now, the point of these exercises is to open our body back up. When we are behind a desk, we have this natural tendency to continue to close ourselves down. We start to lean over at our thoracic spine, our mid spine up here, our heads start to drop down, and our shoulders start to close in. We begin to round off. These exercises are going to be the opposite of that. They're going to open us back up. They're going to begin to extend the body, strengthen the muscles on the backside, and begin to stretch these muscles out up front that have a tendency to shorten the longer we're in that position. Let me share these with you. I think you'll feel a whole lot better after you do a few of these, after you've been sitting at your desk for a while. After a couple of hours behind the desk, my favorite exercise to do is to take the foam roller and target that upper spine, mid spine, that is typically the area that we begin to lean forward in. So we're going to do the opposite of that. We're going to use the foam roller to help us extend that area versus bending over and flex. And so literally what we're going to do is just the exact opposite. We're going to lean back, and we're just slowly think about how you would begin to slowly fold over as you're sitting at the desk. Well, what we're going to do here is the exact opposite. We're going to slowly lean back just as we would do the opposite of. We want to extend that thoracic spine area. Just like that. You can do this for about a minute or so, just to begin to get the extension back in the spine. And then after you've done that, just that single activity right there, it's amazing how much better you feel after that one activity. Total game changer right there. So that's the first one. Let me show you the next one. Now, after those long hours at the desk, and you're curving, you're bending the spine over, and you're closing the front portion of the body, you're closing in. A lot of these muscles through the pectoral region up here, they're starting to shorten up. We need to extend and elongate those muscles. We're going to focus on 2. We're going to focus on the pec major and the pec minor muscles here. So typically just thought about as the pec group, but there's 2 components to that muscle, and literally all you want to do is at a 90-degree angle, just tuck your arm behind a solid structure. It doesn't have to be a rack like this. I do this a lot of times just at where a wall transitions or in a door jamb, that works perfectly well for this. And you're just going to push against that, hold that for 30 seconds or so, and then relax it. And I do both sides on this. So we'll just come in here and we'll do the opposite side as well. And then that's the pec major. And literally all we have to do for the pec minor is just extend the arm up. So now instead of being straight across at a 90-degree angle, going straight across, now what we're doing is we're going up at a little more than a 45-degree angle. And same thing here, we're just turning our body away from that. And we should feel the stretch through here. And then we will do the opposite side as well. You can do each one of those for 30 seconds. And once you do that, certainly you'll begin to feel things start to feel opened up again. All right. So I have one more for you. And on this last one, what we're going to do is we're going to start to work on the muscles on the back. These are the ones that have a tendency to become weak at times, and we want to strengthen those muscles back up so that we can pull ourselves back upright. So let me show you that. The last exercise we're going to take a look at to help open you back up and prevent that continual rounding over from that long time sitting at the desk is you'll notice if you just put yourself in that rounded over position, you feel your shoulders start to roll forward as well. And we want to strengthen these muscles on the back side of the shoulder here that actually start to move into the shoulder blade. This is going to be a fairly easy process, simply that we're going to do the opposite of what you're doing at the desk. If you're rounding over, we're going to do exercises that pull us back up. You'll notice I've got a band here with me, and I'm just going to anchor that band on whatever you have, and you can start to row back, put a little added tension on it if you need to, and you're just pulling yourself back upright. And you want to bring your chest out when you do this. And what we're trying not to do here is just pull the bands. We don't want to just pull the bands. We want to be specific in what muscles we're focusing on. And those are going to be the muscles through the upper part of the rear shoulder here, the rear delt muscle, the rear deltoid here, but also going into some of the muscles in the trapezius area as well. So some of the ones that are around the shoulder blade, not to get too in detail here, but simply you're just rolling back is all you're doing with that. And if you do maybe 1 to 2 sets, I would say get at least one good set in. And when you pull that band and you put the tension in the band, once you've got that band pulled back, hold that band, contract your shoulder blades together, and then let it go. And an easy way to do this is to pull the band, hold it, get it tight, hold it for a 5 count, and then slowly let it back. And do 15 reps of that at least. You may, like I said, you may want to do 2 sets of that. You may find that feels a little better for you, especially if you've been at the desk for a long period of time, a couple of hours in a row. Probably 2 sets of that's going to feel a little bit better overall. But hey guys, those are the 3 exercises that, when you've been sitting there and you've been grinding it out in front of the computer and you need to get your body back moving again, these are 3 exercises that you can immediately jump into, get to start to take the body from that bent over, more of that bent shape, to where we're going back into a more upright position. So give those a try, and I think you'll find that you start to feel better pretty quick. Hey guys, if you are looking for more information like this about what I do with my patients and things related around topics of health and wellness, go to drarlandhill.com. You can find out more about what we do there. And then if you're interested in what we do out here at the ranch, here at Harvest Hills Ranch, how we raise our food, how we raise food for not just ourselves, but also for the individuals that we serve with uncompromising principles, go to harvesthillsranch.com. You can find out all about what we do there as well. Until next time, we'll see you soon.